right now. And we're here in Piscataway, New Jersey with Congressman Frank Pallone. We're about to begin a town hall. I'm Eve, and I'm here with Rosie Epton from the Blue Jersey blog and Jonathan Ticini. And we're going to discuss for a few minutes health care and the public option with Congressman Pallone. And as you know, Congressman Pallone, we are deeply, deeply concerned that the public option be made available to the American people. And we'd like, we know you've been a great supporter of the public option, and you've been writing on Daily Kos, and we can say hello to Daily Kos and Fire Dog Lake. I'm here for, if you'd like
hello to everybody, and thanks for all that you do. You really are the grassroots of New Jersey. And it's so important to keep that up.
Well, that's great to hear. And again, you've been doing a lot of wonderful writing on Daily Kos. I think your most recent blog was Fighting for the Public Option. Congressman Pallone, today we'd like to ask you to stand with Speaker Pelosi and the 60 Democrats who have been very clear that they will not vote for any bill that does not have a public option. It's extremely critical in order to get the public option that people like you stand firm and tell us right now that you will not vote for any bill that doesn't have a public option.
Well, the problem is this. I obviously want a public option. I've been fighting for it very hard, and it will be in the House bill, I have no doubt. But the problem is what happens when it's not in the Senate and we go to conference. And I think the answer there is that it's going to be a fight between the House and the Senate over what we include. So I'll fight my best, but when it comes to health care issues, only because I chair the subcommittee, I don't make any commitments about what will or will not be in the bill, because I've already had to work with the Blue Dogs and the Progressives and everybody to come up with a bill that came out of Energy and Commerce Committee, and the bill that came out of the committee is not, maybe the bill that I would like, but that we had to have compromises on. So I'm not going to make any commitments other than to say that I think it's important and we really need to have a public option, but because of my position, I really can't say, do or die on any provision at this point.
So that means you're not prepared to stand with the 60 Democrats who signed a letter on July 30th to Speaker Pelosi and then signed another letter on August 17th to Secretary Sebelius, stating in no uncertain terms that they will not vote for a bill if it doesn't have a public option. We encourage you to use your position of leadership to stand with these good Democrats. One other thing, Congressman Pallone, over the last about 96 hours, we've raised on Fire Dog Lake, Daily Kos, and all the other progressive blogs over $400,000, which we are distributing to all these healthcare heroes. And we are here tonight to put you on the list, and we're asking you again to please stand firm and tell us you will not vote for a bill that does not have a public option.
Well, I guess I can't do that because, again, as the chairman, my goal and what I have to do is try to come up with a consensus amongst the House Democrats. And given my effort to come up with a consensus, I don't want to make a commitment on any particular provision.
Okay, I think Jonathan Ticini might want to say a few things.
I think you made it clear where you stand. The only thing I think that's obvious is that one of the reasons Eve and other people are doing this is that, as you will know, a lot of the, just from a political standpoint, these kinds of statements will make a difference in actually what we get coming out.
So, but it's hard for me because I have to be the person that, gets everybody to agree. And as you know, we had the same phenomena the last 2 weeks when we were trying to get the bill out of the Energy and Commerce Committee. We didn't have the votes, so we had to make some changes for the Blue Dogs, we had to make some changes for the Progressives, and we finally got the votes narrowly to get the bill out of committee. So that's what I deal with.
Wouldn't it make a very big difference precisely because of your leadership to say,
no,
here's where I draw the line, and I'm not going to let this public option is just too important to the American people?
No. I mean, I can't do that on any of the pay-fors or any specific provisions, because then I think I lose my ability to be the chairman and to work it out.
Congressman Pallone, as you know, 77% of the American people want a public option. It strikes me that something's wrong with our political system if the will of the people is not going to be upheld by the final bill that shows up.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that we should have the public option, and that it's very important, if only to keep costs down, in addition to for so many other reasons. But the legislative process is the art of the possible, and we've got to see what develops. I have no doubt that the House bill will have the public option. The question is whether the Senate does.
This is why you need me in the United States Senate, by the way, so that we can work hard.
So it sounds to me, Congressman Pallone, that when it comes to the conference bill, you're prepared to throw the public option under the bus if that's what's necessary.
No, I'm hoping actually that, from the way things are shaping up, I think it's very possible in the Senate that if they abandon the 60-vote rule, that they can get 50 senators, or 51, I guess, senators, to vote for a bill with a public option.
You get 50 plus Biden.
Yeah, if you do that, then there'll be no question that we have the public option. And, in the last few days, because of the fact that some of the senators may not be able to come, or because some of the senators now on the Democratic side are saying they may not support any bill this year, I could see a scenario where you end up with a 50 or 51 votes, and it includes a public option, which is probably the best thing that we could do.
Under the reconciliation.
Right. So I'm not saying that the Senate bill will not have the public option. I think it's possible, if you abandon the 60-vote rule, that you could actually have it, because you may have 50 that would support a bill in the Senate with the public option.
Okay, well, our readers are going to be very disappointed that you're not able to step forward tonight and take the pledge, and this is not, I reiterate, the desire of 77% of the American people is for a public option.
No, I understand where you're coming from, and it's just difficult for me because of the position I'm in. That's the
Well,
problem.
Congressman,
we have limited time if you want to get to some other.
that's
Yeah,
really,
that's what she wanted to
yeah,
say.
this is what we're really here for. Rosie, do you have any questions?
I think I'll ask my question, I think, privately as we walk out of the room, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much, Congressman Pallone.
All right.